Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching I Allegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because I've been banned for life from Walmart. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Today we have a sponsor, Private Internet Access, which I will get into in a little bit, but let's get right into it. Okay, so it's not me that's been banned. It's a woman named Ashley Cross. And this is something that we've talked about a few months ago, but Ashley Cross has been banned from 4,600 Walmarts, all of them. Can't step in. And the reason for that is that she went out and she took one item that was very inexpensive, and then she would scan it at the self-checkout. And what she would do is she would use a watch battery, which was a little over $1. And she would then scan that, and they caught her scanning about $180 worth of merchandise, jeans and shirts and other things. And with that, they said, no, you're done. So they are fed up with this. They're absolutely done with this behavior. The self-checkout is where they get robbed blind all the time. People, scan 5 items, take out 6. And Walmart is fed up with it. Walmart's completely done with it. And so she's done. But she got arrested. She got charged with now a felony. And it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. So too many people have taken advantage of a system that makes it so that you're supposed to have honor and not rip off the man. And the other one was, and I want to get over there, is the tomato sauce. There was a guy that found inexpensive tomato sauce. And what he did was he put it on a ring, and he took $1.63 tomato sauce and put the barcode for that, put the barcode on it on the ring. So he would swipe the ring that was in his hand to rip off Walmart, which is horrible. And he got caught and he got arrested finally, but they're fed up with it. So days are done of people doing things like this. And again, everybody, well, the criminal mind sits there and thinks, how can I cut corners? How can I rip these guys off? And it's terrible. That's too much. But it makes it so that for the rest of us, it just hurts it for the rest of us. Now, Walmart is under real problems right now because they're understaffed. It's really weird. Here I am during the day, and they're stocking the shelves during the day, and they normally do this at night. They don't want to pay people at night. They're talking about how they don't have enough cashiers to make the place move faster. So it'll be interesting to see when I check out what the traffic looks like over there. I'm trying to navigate and not run people over with this cart. They don't have baskets anymore. They thought that baskets promoted theft. That's what Walmart came up with. So now you have to have a shopping cart. There are no more hand baskets. If you're got a Walmart that you go to and you got a hand basket, you're one of the lucky ones because they don't have it in the majority of the stores now. So a lot more to cover. But Ashley Green's done. Ruined it for everybody. They have plenty of eggs and they're bringing more out. So it's not really an egg problem, but prices. 18 eggs for $11. Dozen eggs, $7. Cage free, $9. Now, after you pay, you scan everything. One thing that certain Walmarts are doing to eliminate the fraud completely is they're going to make it so they're going to scan your receipts and one item in the bag. And that way, if it matches up, then you can leave the store. So, some people have a problem with this. Some people don't care. I don't care. But I'm not ripping off Walmart for $155 and lying about it. So, point of this is that women like, Ashley that did this, terrible, absolutely terrible, guys. So print my receipt, and but the idea is to combat fraud, and hopefully this works. The people at the door are a little more serious now, looking through the items in your basket, making sure that what they see on the receipt is what you purchased. But again, once they get those scanners, that's the end of this. It's going to eliminate people from ripping them off. You know, Costco and the other club stores, nobody has a problem with going in these places and having them, you know, go through your basket and go through the boxes, make sure that what you purchase is what's on the receipt. So it's interesting. There's a lot more to cover on this. Let's talk about our sponsor, Private Internet Access VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network, and it is more important now than ever. When you go online, what this does is it gives you a tunnel of encryption from any device that you're on to any website that you go to. This includes your cell phone, it includes your tablets, it includes your iPad, home computer, everything. It's so important because as we surf the net and go to our bank account and our brokerage accounts, we are at risk of having the bad guys see us. They have given us a deal where it's 83% off the regular price. It's pennies a day to sign up for this. It's so incredibly simple to use. There is no hardware on your device. Look at this. You can have multiple countries. You can change your location. It's the coolest thing. If you're into sports, or if you like to watch movies or different events from around the world, you can do it with a VPN. It's absolutely amazing. But it also makes it so that you're completely invisible to the bad guys and even the government. So check it out today. Go to Private Internet Access. Use the link below. Save 83%. It's absolutely one of the best things I've ever purchased. It's absolutely amazing, but it's incredibly easy to use. All you do is click one button, and when it turns green, I'm safe to surf the net. Check it out today, guys. Private Internet Access VPN. Save 83%. Use the link below. Now there's a lot more business news to cover. First things first, Katrina. She's a Chase Bank customer. She probably won't be anymore after this. She was contacted by the Orinda branch and said, hey, did you go into the branch and approve 2 withdrawals for $1,500? And she says, I haven't been in that branch for ever, months. A woman had walked in the branch using a fake ID, did not have her account number, did not have her debit card, ATM card, nothing like that, just had a fake ID with this woman's name on it, and they gave her 2 withdrawals of $1,500. Is that insane? I mean, guys, it is pulling teeth right now to get money out of a bank, and this woman walked in and took the money out of this woman's account. Then, to add insult to injury, Katrina goes out and files a claim and says these were unauthorized withdrawals. They denied it at first, and it took her a couple months. She had to go to the ombudsman in Northern California, 7 on your side, and then they had to get involved to get her money back. How about that? That is horrific, guys. GrubHub, did you guys hear about the hack that they had last week? Of course not. It was just, put inside of the computer magazines, and you get to hear it from Dan. Think about this, guys. GrubHub had a hacking where people got in, took customer data, and took driver data. So if you work there, if you're schlepping food around, you were a victim of this too. This is terrible. This is why you need the VPN, guys. I'm telling you. All these people, it's so cheap. Get it, because this would have solved that problem. The workers would have been encrypted. They would have not had a problem at all. But it's just a real problem, So we're seeing more and more of these data breaches, and it's just getting more and more brazen too. And then I got to give GrubHub some credit because they said that they contained the problem and they admitted the problem quickly. Okay, so good for them if there is such a thing. Let me know what you think. Now, one thing that you can say is that this is layoff season right now. And this time of the year, it is what they call tax season. The IRS just announced that they're going to lay off thousands of employees right now, which, I get the government cutbacks. I'm all for all this stuff. I'm all for the disclosure. I thought that this stuff was just going to trickle in, and we're getting every day. I have to set my DVR when I leave the house to make sure I don't miss anything that's talked about. But this is the worst time of year to let people go. I'm telling you guys, for the last few years, it's taken a long time for people to get their tax refunds. And that has been a problem because people, that are financially stressed go out and they spend this money before they get it. Oh, honey, we're going to pay off this when we get that in April. And people start filing as soon as they can. But this year, it's going to be delayed. I've researched it. We don't know how long it's going to be delayed yet, but they're going to delay the number of people, and the number your refunds will be delayed. Even if it's electronic, it's still going to be delayed. They haven't announced how long the delay will be yet, and they have not announced the thousands of employees are going to be cut back. The next thing is Panera Bread. Have you been to a Panera Bread lately? Clearly you haven't, because they're closing two baking facilities here in California. And I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty bad. And my buddy sent me the notice because they're going to lose 350 people. I am floored when I learn these numbers of who works where and how many people work there. Do you have any idea that 350 people between two baking facilities work for Panera Bread? That is wild to think about. So another 350 people. One thing that we talk a lot of politics and other stuff that we don't talk here on the private channel, and we talk about things that we just can't talk about. You want to check out I Allegedly Live. It's iallegedly.tv to sign up for it. And I'm running into a river here, so I can't cross that. But the CDC getting rid of almost 1,000 people also. So it's crazy, guys. You're seeing all these government agencies, and I'm going to cover that on the private channel of all the agencies that are cutting back. But it's just a lot right now, and these are all they're not kids, and it's not like we shut the yogurt shop down and 6 people lost their job that were in high school. This is wild, guys. I mean, we haven't seen anything like this, and 2025 is definitely the year of the layoff, to say the least. One thing in this economy that you need to do is, if you work for somebody right now, whether you are a consultant, you have a job for the company, uh, even if you're in management, you need to be the most valuable person at that company right now. You need to be the person that is on time, the person that does not complain, the person with a smile on your face, the person that goes above and beyond and will help others and be kind and leave when they tell you to leave, not leave at 4:45 because you're supposed to be out of there at 5. I'm telling you this right now. It is so important right now. People want value. People want to look for the best people. Meta, Facebook, is being accused as being the meanest tech company out there, because I told you guys this about a year ago. I think it was March or April of last year, where they were like, "Hey, who's not important in your team?" So what it did was it started a frenzy of people pointing out, who they didn't like. And Megan's horrible. Let's get rid of Megan. And people would lose their job. And once you're under the gauntlet of HR, the odds of getting out of that are nil. And I've been under that gauntlet before, and now I'm much more successful, so they can bite me. But be valuable, guys. Be the best you can be. You can complain all you want about, layoffs and how unfair it is, and people can go on the news and cry about this stuff. It is ridiculous right now. Some of the government fat and some of the people that are sitting at home, what you're going to find out, and this is going to be a lot easier than people think, is, let's say you have a government job and you took a second job. Some of these people, it's hard to believe, have a third job. But if you're working from home, I heard some guy in a restaurant about a month ago bragging about how he had 2 jobs and they never check up on him. Well, what they're going to do with Doge is they're going to check your W-2s and your 1099s, and they're going to verify that you worked there, because I'm telling you, they're going to claw back this money from people. It's just a matter of time. And talking about these self-checkouts, a Olympic athlete, she had a real problem on her hands. Megan Pettipiece, she went to a Walmart last year and bought a bunch of stuff. And when she went to leave the store, they checked her receipt, and the ham and the asparagus that she thought she scanned wasn't scanned. So they called the police, and she had $176 worth of merchandise, but again, arrested her for this. And it was an absolute nightmare trying to get out of this. This is what you want to avoid, guys. I'm telling you. I had a guy I was filming at that self checkout. Oh, his first time in a grocery store, man. No. So I said something to him. Anyways, come on, guys. Mind your own business. Be aware of this stuff, guys, because I'm telling you this right now. You want to do something interesting? Do a search on how many people have been arrested at the self checkout for grocery stores. Sometimes it's a mistake. Megan's was a mistake. I thought they scanned the ham. I was so sidetracked with it, but they didn't. And the thing of that, Walmart's doing something really brilliant is on their own brands, they have a micro code that you can't see. You can look at the item and not be able to see that there's a barcode on it, but if you wave it in front of it, it's going to ring it up. So people know not to steal the barcode, the Walmart brands and things that there are their in-house brands. So just the beginning of this, guys. But be very leery of this. Be very helpful. If you work for somebody, if you have a service company, you have ongoing accounts, I'm telling you, hey, how are you? I don't care if it's the worst client that you have, you be the best that you can be right now. That's the most important thing right now, so they don't cancel you and they don't get rid of you. It's critical right now. I'm going to end this video with these last couple things. First one is thank you for all the Valentine's Day cards and all the thoughtful notes and everything that you guys send me. I'm starting to get birthday cards now. My birthday's on the 25th. And Sari, that was the last Valentine's Day card. I truly appreciate it. Laura from Connecticut, she sent me a great story about Big Lots. Remember when Big Lots was a decent place to go? You'd get value, you'd get really good deals, and they would have different stuff. It just fell off a cliff, man. It really did. I'll tell you something about Big Lots. There was a bunch of them here in Southern California, and there was a store in Orange, California that about 15 years ago would stay open 24 hours a day during the Christmas shopping season. And inevitably, we would take my mother shopping there at midnight. Hey, Mom, let's go. And it was really cool. I mean, it was a really fun place to go and hang out and get good deals because it was a great store at one point, but it just fell to the bottom. And there, the one thing that Laura pointed out was, 879 stores, or what they have right now, clubs, box stores, whatever you want to call them. And they are going to try to sell some of them to Gordon Brothers retail partners. And they want to go by they want to maintain certain stores, and variety wholesalers is what they want to be called, which I've never heard of, I've never been to. So I just hope they do it. Dollar Tree took over the 99-cent stores for about 170 of the locations. And because 99-cent stores were generally, here in California, they're generally bigger, it's just a swap meet. It's just terrible. You have a lot of crap and a lot of barren shelves and things like that. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You want to get a hold of me, it's hello@iallegedly.com. And just be an asset, guys, right now. Be the best that you can be right now. This is so critical. And I'm telling you this right now, and I'm doing a deep dive on a couple things right now. AI is going to change everything. Absolutely change everything in the future. And you're not going to have your boss determine if you're going to be there. You're going to have a machine that's going to determine if you're going to keep your job or not. And you really need to work on this. So anyways, food for thought. I'll see you soon. Okay? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I think I already said that. Okay? See you soon.